am running on a coffee, a cup of orange juice, and 4 mint leaves, and today I will be telling you how to DIY a cropped muscle tee with a corset back using this regular everyday t-shirt. Technically, you do not need to know how to sew for this particular DIY. However, I do prefer sewing, so I will be doing that, though you do not have to if you want a more rugged look with your muscle tee corset back thing. So what you're going to need for this project is your preferred shirt, a good pair of scissors, preferably fabric scissors, some ribbon of choice and color, as well as some safety pins. You also probably will need either pliers or a hot glue gun, depending on which element you go for. First thing you want to do is lay down flat your t-shirt on a surface. Make sure it is laying flat, and it just really needs to be the top half for the beginning. Then what you're going to do is cut around these sleeves, and you can go as low as you want to. For safety, I'm going to go about 1 to 2 centimeters down under the armpit. Sleeves go into the scrap box. Now at this point you try on the shirt to see if you like it, see if it's even in terms of the cut, and if you're not sewing you can stretch the hem to roll it a bit. Okay, now I'm doing this section on my Deathly Hallows, or on the Deathly Hallows shirt, because I don't know, now that I've tested it on the doll, I don't know if I want to crop this shirt again or not. So I'll do it on the Deathly Hallows shirt first, because I care significantly less for this shirt. This is the optional choice of if you want to sew around and create hems for your actual shirt. If you want to keep it more distressed, then just skip this section. But if not, I personally decided to zigzag stitch around the entire armholes and around the main cropped area, just because I thought it would look cool. I was originally going to do a rolled hem, but the actual zigzag stitch that I did ended up looking really fucking cool because I decided to choose a complementary colored thread that fit with both shirts. I definitely was not too lazy to rethread my machine, so I ended up just using the same red thread that I'd already been using. Absolutely not. But I chose red simply because it was the same color as the ribbon that I would be using on the back of both shirts. Again, completely optional, but this is just what I preferred to do, and it ended up looking really cool. And I could have overlocked it, but my overlocker is broken, so after trying that, I put it on the doll. You don't have to do this, you can just lay it flat, but personally, I would try it on because I found what points the shirt tucked in and made it look like a really cool cinched design. From there, I pinned in the safety pins. Well, I didn't do that first. I pinned in my actual pins into the doll, but I pinned in the safety pins. Unless you're really, really happy with where the safety pins are, I wouldn't recommend sealing them just yet. I would recommend threading your ribbon through and seeing if it's the right place, and then, you know, gluing or making sure the safety pins are safely secured. But other than that, the next step that you need to do is thread the ribbon through. Now, I will admit, I'm not the best at threading ribbon through shit. I really never learn, but this was my best attempt, and the ribbon can obviously be taken out and rethreaded, so that's the good part. And that's how you make a cropped muscle tee with a safety pin lace-up back. I personally really like this sort of design because I really like muscle tees, as well as having something that like crops around my body and gives me, or like shows off my curves. So this is sort of the best of both worlds, and the best thing about it being made out of old shirts is that it's stretch and it feels nice and more comfortable than if you're finding and buying a form-fitting shirt. But of course, if you don't want to make your own, I am selling this one and the Deathly Hallows one on my Depop. It's first come, first serve. And yeah, if you enjoyed this little tutorial, I'll be back with another one. So be sure to follow and like. And yeah, DIY your own clothes, upcycle, it's better for the environment. Fuck yeah.